Usyk too. I'm going to knock a motherfucker out.
One of the greatest performances of Tyson Fury's career, no doubt. But for the Gypsy King, even his best performances come with a sense of unfinished business. Fury has never been one to shy away from the spotlight or the challenges that come with it. Time and again, he has proved himself not just a fighter, but a showman, a man who thrives under pressure and delivers when the stakes are highest. Now, he is preparing to step back into the ring to reclaim what he believes should have been his all along, the title of undisputed heavyweight champion. Fury's first fight with Oleksandr Usyk was a monumental event in boxing, one that left fans on the edge of their seats. And while it may not have ended in the way Fury had hoped, he walked away from the experience with a renewed sense of purpose, vowing to take his game to an even higher level for their highly anticipated rematch this December in Saudi Arabia. "I believe I won that fight," Fury said, reflecting on the first bout. "I believe he won a few of the rounds, but I won the majority of them, and I believe it was just one of those decisions in boxing. What can you do? It's one of them things." Fury's words show the conviction with which he views the first fight. Though he acknowledges Usyk's skill, Fury is resolute in his belief that he did enough to come out on top. But the dramatic loss to Usyk left a sting that Fury couldn't shake. It's been a difficult pill to swallow for the Manchester native who came into the fight with the dream of becoming the first undisputed heavyweight champion in 25 years. For Fury, who had already established himself as one of the greatest heavyweights of his era, this fight was supposed to cement his legacy. Yet, by the 9th round, Usyk had Fury on the canvas, and despite the Gypsy King's resilience in getting back up, he was never able to fully recover. The split decision loss wasn't just about the physical fight, it was an emotional blow to someone who prides himself on being the best. Reflecting on the loss in an interview with Sky Sports, Fury admitted that he had given everything in the first bout. "I don't think I can be any better than what I did," he said. "I think it was probably one of the best performances I've ever done in my life. Although I didn't get the result, I thought it was a fantastic performance against one of my best opponents." The way Fury speaks about the loss suggests a fighter who understands the gravity of the situation, yet refuses to let it define him. As we all know, Tyson Fury is no stranger to setbacks, and in true Fury fashion, he's already looking ahead to the rematch. Fury isn't one to dwell on past losses for long, and that attitude is precisely why he has the mental fortitude to keep fighting at the highest level. He knows that in boxing, the first fight is rarely the last word in a rivalry, and the real story often unfolds in the rematch. This time, he says, he'll be smarter, sharper, and more focused. "I have to be a little bit more focused and a little bit more smart to get the victory," Fury explained. "My rematch with people always ends up one way. I always end up knocking them out in the rematch. Whoever I've faced more than once, I've knocked them out in the rematch, so I'm envisaging something similar in this second fight." It's clear that Fury is not just taking this rematch lightly. He's making two key changes in his preparation for Usyk: mental focus and tactical adjustments. The first fight against Usyk was a close contest, but the way Fury speaks about it suggests he feels he can improve on his performance. He has often described himself as a fighter who adapts, and he believes that in the rematch he can outsmart Usyk, pushing him into uncomfortable situations that the Ukrainian champion wasn't ready for last time. The first fight between Fury and Usyk was more than just a clash of titans. It was a spectacle that captured the imagination of boxing fans all over the world. Fury came into the bout with the weight of history on his shoulders, determined to become the first man in 25 years to hold all 4 major heavyweight belts. He was the favorite, and the expectations for him to walk away with the victory were high. But Usyk, who had already made a name for himself in the cruiserweight division, was no slouch. Known for his technical mastery and incredible ring IQ, Usyk was always going to present a challenge for Fury, no matter how much bigger or stronger the Gypsy King was. In the early rounds, Usyk's footwork and speed kept Fury off balance, making it clear that Fury would need to adjust if he wanted to take control of the fight. And although Fury was able to keep Usyk on the back foot at times, it was clear that the Ukrainian's tactical approach was proving to be effective. For Fury to win the rematch, there are a few key changes he must make. One of the most obvious adjustments will be his approach to Usyk's speed and movement. While Fury is known for his quickness and footwork, especially for a man of his size, Usyk's lateral movement proved to be a problem in the first fight. Fury will have to find a way to close the distance more effectively and prevent Usyk from dictating the pace with his constant movement. The Gypsy King has often been lauded for his ability to adjust mid-fight, and this time he will need to do exactly that in order to neutralize Usyk's biggest strengths. "We need to see more focus from him," said former champion Lennox Lewis, offering his thoughts on what Fury should do to succeed in the rematch. He has to make sure he doesn't get lulled into Usyk's rhythm. Usyk is brilliant at that. He'll take you out of your game and frustrate you. Fury has to stick to his plan, not try to outbox Usyk, but impose his physicality and power. This is where Fury's experience as a heavyweight could give him the upper hand. He's faced opponents who were quicker and lighter than him, and he still managed to break them down and wear them out. If Fury can execute a strategy where he uses his size to his advantage, landing heavy shots and cutting off the ring, he could have the tools to push Usyk into deeper waters. Usyk has proven that he's tough and can withstand punishment, but Fury believes he's mentally and physically equipped to make sure the rematch ends in his favor. But what about Usyk? What adjustments will he need to make in order to maintain his undefeated record and continue his reign as the undisputed heavyweight champion? According to Fury, Usyk will have to make some changes as well. He needs to come in with a sharper focus and increase his output in the later rounds. If Usyk didn't make any adjustments last time, he would have lost the fight again, Fury said confidently. He definitely has to go in there with a focus attitude and be able to throw a lot more punches, be more aggressive. In other words, Fury is preparing for a fight that he believes will be far more intense than the first. He expects Usyk to come out swinging, ready to land more punches, but the key for Fury will be to withstand that onslaught and weather the storm. He's confident that, in the long run, his power and mental toughness will prevail. Looking ahead to the December rematch, the stakes couldn't be higher for both fighters. Fury knows that the road to undisputed is more complicated than ever, and he's determined to reclaim what he believes should be his. "I'm going to make sure that this time it's not just about a close decision," Fury said. "It's going to be about domination. I've got the size, I've got the skill, I've got the heart. I'm going to do what I do best, and that's win." For Usyk, the pressure is equally intense. He's not just fighting to retain his titles, he's fighting to maintain his legacy as one of the greatest boxers of his era. The rematch promises to be a battle of two giants, both physically and mentally. And as Fury prepares for one of the biggest nights of his career, one thing is certain: he will leave no stone unturned in his quest to finally claim his rightful place at the top of the heavyweight division. The countdown to the rematch is on, and as we approach the fight, the excitement is palpable. Fans around the world are waiting to see if Tyson Fury can finally dethrone Oleksandr Usyk and achieve what has eluded him, becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.